Welcome back to Palapa and the Giant. So this week's theme was Palapa Sized Games, our tiny little games that could, fit in the pocket or in the purse, like we talked about. So let's just talk quickly about the theme. Pretty straightforward. These are very tiny box games. But I thought we could talk a little bit about then when you actually play them, because both Mint Delivery and Deep Sea Adventure, I think, you could take that to somewhere and it'll fit on a small table. They are, it's a small box and the footprint's small. Bandito was the one where
it's big.
It's big, and you also don't know what direction it's going to go. So you'll start. You can start on the table in the center, and then it just all goes away once you start to put those tunnels down, and it could really go anywhere. So, so I would say the first two definitely small box size, good footprint size for if you want to take it somewhere. But Bandito's just really big once you start to play.
It gets chaotic.
Yeah. So let's rank these. Palapa, what was your number 3?
Number 3 is definitely this one, Bandito. It's hard. And I started to feel this time around that we were doing better because we were getting those cards with
the flashlights?
With the flashlights. So at the beginning I was like, I felt very confident, and then it just blew up in our faces. So it gets out of control very quickly. Yeah.
Well, my number 3 was also Bandito, and it does get out. I just find that you play the card and you're like, okay, I got it down to a single tunnel for there. And then you get stuck and you got to play another card, and then it turns back into 3 tunnels. And it's just, it goes from fun to frustrating really quick. And for just such a quick, light game, it's like I don't want a quick game of frustration. I would like to play a quick, fun game. So I really did not enjoy it this time. I thought it was like a good, quick pickup game that we got when we first got it, but this time I started to get really frustrated, disappointed with it. So.
Same.
That was it became a bit of a thumbs down for me. So it was easy number 3 in this list.
Yeah.
All right. What about number 2?
Okay, so my number 2 definitely is Deep Sea Adventure. I really like this game though. We had it for a few years already. Really good game. Push your luck game. I always go way too far. But I really like it. I like how it looks. It's very cute. It like you said, it fits in a small place. And
I think this game plays up to 6 people. Because we never actually played it with. It was just really been the 2 of us.
Yeah. But, and it's still very nice. It's entertaining.
Well, my number 2 is also Deep Sea Adventure, and I really like it. I like the push your luck element to it. It's just such a tease for the ones that are at the very end, because if you actually go for those, it is then really hard,
difficult to come
close to impossible to get back to the submarine. So I feel like in that first round, you really can't be that greedy. You could try to go a little bit down, but then you got to just grab 1 or 2 treasures and go back, because grabbing a treasure slows you down because it starts subtracting from your die rolls, and it starts the ticking away at the oxygen. So
I think that's most the tricky part is the oxygen, because you had the illusion that you can carry all this treasure and the oxygen goes like that, which is what happens to me. I'm like, I look at the submarine, I'm like, oh, I still have plenty of oxygen. But then sometimes I forget that I had to account for you too. And that is just very quick.
And it's quick just with 2 players. I mean, if there was more
players. Oh my God. We need to try it though. We definitely need to try it to see the dynamics. But
So what is your number 1?
Well, obviously, this is so funny because we almost have always like the same taste in games, but Mint Delivery, this game is so good, and we played with do you call it expansion, because it has like the basic game, right?
It's like a built-in expansion.
It's like a built-in, it was so good. It really added a little bit of more elements to it, fun stuff though. Like there was like the one that was with traffic or whatever. Oh, yeah, I really like this game. This game has been one of my favorite ones. Yeah.
So my number 1 is also Mint Delivery.
Yeah.
And like we had said in the intro, we wanted to try with those expansions because
Yeah.
we hadn't. This was the first time we played with the expansions.
Yeah.
And so there was 2. One of them is what you mentioned, which is the road conditions. So
Road conditions. Thank you. There
it
you go.
it has 3 good ones to choose from and 3 bad ones to choose from. So I just did a mix of 2 and 2 and just kind of randomly put them around the board. And I thought they were a nice little addition.
I liked it.
it just-
It made it better.
Yeah, it just made it so it's not just like, okay, going down this path. Like you actually then had to say, okay, well, if I'm going to pick up this contract here, how am I going to get it over there? Because I'm going to have to like either avoid or I want to go through this.
Yeah.
And there was one of them where you get a free mint every time you pass it. So
That was nice. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we benefited from that one a lot.
Yeah.
That was very helpful. And then the other built-in expansion is the
Like you get like different powers.
the special powers, yeah. So basically what you do is after you've completed some contracts, you can then set some of those contracts aside, which you still get the points for them.
Yeah.
It's just you have to meet the minimum requirement, and then you'll just get some bonus power. Like I think one of the ones we had was you can actually hold 4 contracts instead of 3.
Yeah. The mints, you can start picking up green mints instead of the white. That was very helpful.
That was very helpful.
Yeah.
So those are really cool, and there's quite a bit of them. So you only play with 3 in a game, but there's like a stack of. I gotta say, there's probably like 10 to 15 different ones in there, so you can really then mix it up and do a random there. Yeah. So there you go. This was our pile of Palapa Sized Games. Until next time, I'm the Giant.
I'm Palapa.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.